Hi Deep Vibe. I just wanted to do a quick review. My reviews always go on, but I just wanted to show you some of the tanks I've got and might give you my kind of opinion on what I think of them. I'm just going to go through them as quick as possible and just give you, a little bit of a review on all of them really. So to start with, I've got the Smock X Pro M80 Plus. It's got a built-in lithium battery. I actually do really like this. I didn't think I'd like it. I thought it would just be kind of like a little box mod that I'd use just as a little backup, but battery life on it's really good. I haven't got the whistling noise that some of the people have been reporting on some of the version 7 models, but there is a fix flying about with that somewhere to stop that happening. So the M80 Plus goes up to 80 watts. I think that's right, yeah. It's supposed to be temperature control. Don't really know, never really tried it. It's not something I'm really into anyway, so no big problem for me. Hasn't let me down yet. Plugs into my USB port, charges up through that. It's got on the top of there, I'm using a Pecan 4. I'm not a big fan of the Pecan 4, to be honest. It's too fiddly. I find you get I find a funny taste comes from it, to be honest. I can't put my hand put my finger on exactly what it is. I've tried all different kind of builds and everything on it. I just seem to get a funny taste from it. Whether it's me or not, I don't know. So a few little demonstrations on that. Yeah, like I said, I love the box. Not a big fan on the Pecan V4. Next, I'm going to be showing you my pride and joy. This is my Sigeli 150. Absolutely love this box mod. It is big in my opinion, and yeah, it's a bit too much to carry about with you all the time. But it has never let me down once. Always works brilliantly. Can't fault it, to be honest. On top of that, I've got a Goliath made by Orchid. Absolutely love this. I had one sent to me to start with, and the pins where you put the canthal around and tighten it just kept spinning. I had a right game to try and get it to hold. I could get it working, but it wasn't right, so I applied to Gear Best and they sent me another one. So now I have two. One's kind of like a backup. It does work and I've got it working, but the other one's faultless. Just plug that back up there. So I'm really going to run this on 30 watts. Absolute great taste from this. I've got this on a 0.5 ohm build. Brilliant taste, loads of airflow. It's got adjustable juice control there, so you can adjust your juice as much as you want it to go in. I normally have it just over halfway. Loads of flavour in that one. I'm using chocolate ice cream. So that's that one. I'm going to take the Goliath off that and put on another one from Orchid. Oh dear. Stop that. This is the new one from Orchid. It's the Zephyrus, or Zephyrus, I don't know how you pronounce it. Again, absolutely massive airflow. Quite like the tank. It doesn't feel as well built as the Goliath. It's got kind of like plastic bits where you screw, like rubbery bits that you screw the tank all together with. Don't really like that, to be honest. It does come with interchangeable parts, so you can have it blue there, white or red. I've gone for the blue. It comes with pre-made coils, or one pre-made coil. I think it was 0.5. I used that for a bit, thought it was quite good. It started getting a funny taste from it, so I cracked open the RBA deck the other day. Absolutely amazed with it. Far better than the standard coil that it comes with. Again, loads of flavour. And loads of clouds. I can't make my mind up whether I like this one more or I like the Goliath. I think I do like the Goliath more, but I want to like this because it's newer, but I think the Goliath is the winner for me. But nonetheless, very good. I've got Tubby Tufted in that. Another one for deep vape. It's not on the site yet, but it will be soon. It's like a custardy, kind of like a strawberry kind of custard, but I wouldn't say it's strawberry. It's a fruity custard. I haven't quite put my finger on what it is yet. But yeah, that's okay. Next, I'm going to show you the Orchid. Now this, I absolutely fell in love with this a long time ago. I got two of these. Loads of flavour from this mod. Sorry, from this tank. Absolutely loads. But the only problem I have with this tank is it absolutely drinks the juice. I can get through a tank of this juice in about half hour. I'm using this on a patina mod that I did myself. The name of the mod is completely gone. I can't think what it is, but that's a mustard patina I did on that. I'm quite chuffed with that. I did a few patinas, but I've kept this one because I do like it. Absolutely amazing flavour from that. I really do like it. It's got to be on par with the two I've just showed you, the Goliath and the Zephyrus, in my opinion. Probably not on par, probably just under, but very, very good. Loads of flavour, but like I said, the only thing that lets me down with this tank is the fact it drinks the juice like at a stupid rate. I couldn't take this to the pub with me. I'd be filling it up every 10 minutes. But I do love that tank. Next, the Skype are reloaded. I've had this tank for a while. I haven't really used it, to be honest, but I've just had a bit of a clean up with all my tanks, and I've just give this a good clean over, put the bigger deck in just to give it a go, see what I was missing. I might start using this as my daily vape for work, and I've got this on Stingray mod. I'm still not entirely convinced with this. I've got it on the widest air setting, but the battery in this might be low, to be honest. There is a lot of flavour, to be honest, and I remember when I did start using this, it was pretty good on the juice. So yeah, I might give that a go for work, see how I get on with that for the day. Next, this is my daily work vape. The IPV Mini, I can't remember what it's called, and the normal first e-leaf. Now I started using this e-leaf over my Pecan 3.1 as my daily vape because it holds a bit more juice, and I was filling that up a bit more. This does last me a day. The only problem I have with this and the other Limo V2, which I'll be showing you in a bit, I have been getting problems with dry hits, but I've just watched is it Rip Tripper's pancake review on YouTube. I've given that a go in the V2 and it seems to be working absolutely brilliantly now, so I might give it a go in this, see if it works any better, but I haven't had no problems with this as much as the V2. Again, quite a lot of flavour, not so much air, but good enough for a daily, all day vape, and you know, you're not going to be buying big clouds and people are giving you stares with something like this. As for the IPV, absolutely love it. Love, feels great in the hand, hasn't let me down. A lot of people have had problems with the paint chipping off. I've had this about 2 or 3 months now. I use it for work and I stick it down the side of my van. No, it's got a few little scuffs on it, but the paint's alright. I guess I was just lucky, but absolutely would definitely recommend this. Probably even go for the I think there's a 75, is it 70 watt or 75 watt out. I was even thinking of getting one myself, but I don't like having 2 of the same mods, so I would rather spend it on something else, but would highly recommend one of these. This one comes with a battery. You take the battery out and charge it that way. It has got a port at the bottom. I'm not sure if that's for charging or just for software updates, but I've never charged it, and I never charge anything that I don't have to through a USB port, just for the sake of safety and, you know, protecting the mod. If you can take the batteries out, charge them in a separate charger. That's my opinion anyway. Next, I've got a Nemesis mod with the Goblin on. Now again, the Goblin was the first one I had from Ude. Absolutely loved this. Again, great flavour. Bit of a bitch to build on the deck because the actual kind of chimney part, the deck, when you put the chimney on, you got to get the coils really small so they don't touch the deck itself. But once you've kind of done that and mastered it, great flavour. Big clouds. Air rolls not as big as the Zephyrus and the Goliath, but still good enough. I can't remember what I've put in that, but I'll show you what else I've got in some of them. So it's one of these. I think it might be, there it is. This one's, it's butter pecan cream. I think this one needs a bit of time to steep, to be honest. I did it yesterday, I think. What's the date I've done on it? No, I did it, yeah, did it yesterday. So yeah, I think that one needs a bit of time to steep. But that's that. Going back to the mod itself, the tube. I've had this quite a while now. I don't like the firing button on the bottom. It clicks and sticks a bit and you have to keep altering it. But it was gold, believe it or not, but the paint's kind of wore off and it's kind of silver, and the only gold bit now is on the top. But I actually do kind of like the look of it like that. So that's that one. Next is the Mini Cloper, the famous pocket bomb. A lot of people have had problems with this blowing up through the USB charging. Again, I don't charge mine up. I take the battery out. I don't see the point where you just take that off and the battery's inside. You know, why risk it just to put it in a normal charger? Most people have got their own nut chargers now, so yep, put it for a charger. On top of there, I've got the eLeaf Limo 2. I won this in a competition from eLeaf itself on one of the vendors' day. It came with a pre-built coil, which was absolutely brilliant. I loved it to bits, and I was getting great big clouds out of it, and I was whopping the wattage right up. When it was time to change it, I changed it, and I couldn't get it right. Like I said, I can get nothing but dry hits. But again, I tried the new pancake building it today from Rip Chippers, and since then it's working absolutely brilliantly. You do get a lot of flavour from this. When it's built right, you do get a lot of flavour from this. My previous builds were pretty crap, to be honest. But since I've done this pancake one, it's absolutely brilliant. In this I'm using Ribena. If you're a fan of fruit pastels from Deep Vape, the Ribena is very, very similar. But yeah, that's all good. And last what I'm going to do today is the Joystick 50 watt, again with a built-in lithium battery. I do actually really like this. I didn't think I would. I thought it'd feel quite plasticky and cheap in the hand, but it's not. It's actually quite a sturdy little thing. Again, charge it through a USB. Goes up to 50 watts. The firing time on this is really good, so as soon as you hit the button, it's firing within seconds. On top of this, I've got a Meganus. Now again, this is another one with these pre-built coils that you can't build your own coils on. I'm anti pre-built coils because the amount I go through, obviously making juice and putting different juices in and everything all the time, they don't last me 10 seconds. But with the coils in this, they've been lasting me 5 or 6 weeks, and I'm absolutely amazed. Great flavour, great clouds. It does come with a 0.5 and a point, I think it's a point, that's what I've got in here at the moment, but I think it's 2.25. I actually prefer the 0.5, to be honest. It doesn't drink the juice as much, and I can't really taste that much in flavour difference, and the battery doesn't go down as much. So I recommend the 0.5s over the 0.25s, to be honest. I can't really see much difference, but a little quick demonstration on this one. Now, I've seen videos when these actually do go up to 150 watts, where they're actually saying they go up to 150 watts, but myself, I find around 40, 45 watts is ideal for me. Anything higher, and I can kind of start tasting the liquid getting a bit burnt. But a nice warm vape. Big clouds, big air holes, and yeah, I do like this nice little clicky air hole thing, which I do like on this one, because most of the other ones you do have to take the tank off to adjust the air hole, to be honest, or else, you know, you're really pushing on the tank. In that, I've got custard. Two others I was going to show you, but while today I've been trying to fix them, I've actually wrecked them. First one was the Fogger V4. I've had this absolutely ages, to be honest, and it's been sitting on my shelf with juicing for God knows how long. I've stripped it down to put some new coils in, and I've stripped one of the screws, and it's just not catching now. Whether I've stripped it or not, I don't know, but I've been messing with tanks all day and I've had enough, to be honest. So I do like that tank. It was quite a good tank. A lot of airflow, a lot of flavour from that tank as well. Very similar to the Goblin, I'd say, with the right building. Doesn't drink the juice as much. Probably not as much flavour, but very, very close. Easier to build on. Well, no, it's not actually, because you have to wrap the wires round the screw part rather than putting them through a hole to tighten the screw down. So there's that one. And the other thing I did break today, well, I don't know if I broke it, but it has been playing up for a while, is my Sigilly 20 watt. I've had this for absolutely ages, and it goes to 20 watts now, so I don't really use it. But I did want to put a Pecan on just to show you my Pecan 3.1, which is my workhorse for a long time, and I absolutely would recommend anyone getting into building to start with to maybe try one of these. Absolutely brilliant flavour, dead easy to use, dead easy to build on. I'd say a good starting point for anyone really starting out on building. I've actually got one of these given away in a competition, a black one, when it actually turns up. So if you haven't joined the competition yet, or you know, took part in that, try and find that on the page. Now the problem I was having with this is it's got like I think it's called a gyroscope thing, where to alter the settings you twist it, and for some reason when I twist it, it's not altering it. But again, I'll look into that when I get a bit more time. I've just had enough today. Quickly going through what else I've got. I've got another Pecan. I've got an Aspire, another Aspire tank. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've had it that long and I've hardly used it, and I think it was called the Nautilus. I think I've got the metal tank on it, so I didn't crack the other one. I'm trying to find it. If it is called the Nautilus, I can't remember, to be honest. I don't use it, but that was pretty good. But again, it's pre-built coils, so that's why that's got put on the shelf and hardly used. I've got about 7 or 8 other ones, which I'm not really going to go into because they're not really worth talking about, to be honest. Excuse me for standing up a second. And I'm going to try and keep the video short. I just wanted to give you a quick kind of showing of what I got. I will do another one in a couple of days on my drippers. Now, I'm not really a big dripper fan. I find it too messy and I'm constantly having to fill up. I'm not really into cloud chasing, I'm more into flavour chasing. But the ones I have got are I've got a copper Doge. The reason I bought this was when I was into doing patinas. I thought I'd do a patina on this as well, but I never actually got round to it. I don't even actually know if you can do them on this because of the heat. So that's that. I've got a my brain is shot today. Is it a Mutant X? Got one of them. It's okay, lots of air. I find it a bit too airy, to be honest, so I'm not really a fan of that. Even when you close it down, not really a fan. I've got a plume veil. This is great for flavour, not very airy, but again another dripper. I've got a, try and get back in the slot. I've got a dark horse, which I'd recommend if you're into dripping and you haven't got one of these. Massive clouds and loads of flavour. These are cheap as chips. Actually, I got another one of these going away in a competition, so join that one. In the competition also, I have got a Mad Hatter and a Still Air. I think there's another one, I can't remember. I think there's 5 altogether. So yeah, so we've reached 1,100 members. Barbara's done a competition. The winner's been announced. I've got 2 of the competitions running. One's for the whoever places the biggest order by the end of the month wins one of the drippers. The other one is if you've had any of my juices, leave a review on the website and I'll be picking one for a randomizer, and they will win. So if you've had any juice, don't forget to leave your reviews. Also, I've got 10% off on big vape and mini vape orders this weekend only. Use the coupon code BVAPE10 for a big vape offer. It'll give you 10% off £20. So it works out £1.80 per 10ml. And the other one is 10% off the mini vape. Now the mini vape is 2 20ml bottles and I'll give you 2 10ml bottles. And again you get 10% off that. Please post your pictures up, vape mail, anything else, anything you want to talk about on our site. It's pretty easy going, you know, post whatever you want, ask whatever you want. Like and share the page if you can, promote my juice if you can, really appreciate that. And obviously I do look after returning customers. We've got a reward scheme now running on the site where you get a point for every bottle you buy. 10 points you can get a free 10ml, 12 points you get a 20ml. I can't really remember, my brother set it up, but it's on the website somewhere or on the page explaining all that a bit more. I think that's it. I just wanted to do a quick bit of a ramble. I have gone on a lot, but I just wanted to keep it, you know, short, fast and quick and get as much as I could in. So yep, keep the post coming. Thanks a lot.